Cars and Such, brought to you by Daybreak Automotive. Keep car buying simple, get exactly what you want, and save some money in the process. Hey guys, welcome to the first Cars and Such.
Cheers.
Cheers. So I'm here with Sean, lifetime go fast kind of petrol head. Career military service. He has been professional, car mechanic for years, and now manages the tire outlet right out here in Jacksonville Beach. I personally go to him for cars with our dealership all the time. Never let me down.
Got Mr. Hunter here. Personal car buyer, car concierge. Great guy. He always comes, like you said, reliable cars. Get what you want, when you want it, in a timely order.
That's right. And, just with our unique backgrounds, I'm more on like the enthusiast side of cars, always excited about them. I do some of my own mechanical things, but given the nature of running the dealership and all that, just bring that expertise. And then, with Sean, really the intimate knowledge of the mechanics and everything, working on his own race truck, all of that. We just thought we'd bring these expertises together really for your benefit.
So I'm gonna ask you to like and subscribe to our channel, and we're gonna keep you posted and updated. Send us comments and feedback. We'll give you feedback on everything, and we'll keep it going from there.
Yeah, and without further ado, we're gonna get into our first round of questions that we've gotten. And Sean, I don't think one could be more squarely in your wheelhouse than this first one from Mickie.
We got Mickie here, Walton Beach, a 2013 Toyota 4Runner SR5. My 4Runner need new tires. What should I buy? That's a good question.
It's a pretty open-ended question.
Open-ended. Just depends on what you want. Highway, all-terrain, mud. Michelin makes outstanding tires.
What about how long she's going to keep the 4Runner too?
That's a very important question. It's all about what Miss Mickie wants.
Yeah, if you're only going to keep it for another year, maybe not spend the money.
Yeah. Just depends. I said Michelin, Toyo, Falcon. We're gonna send actually a couple affiliate links in the video, and then you can pick and choose what you like. All terrains, a little bit of sand, mud, on-road, off-road, mud terrains. Pretty sure you're not going mudding with this 4Runner, but
who knows? Mickie could be a wild Lindy.
Yeah, who knows?
I was always partial to the BFG all-terrain. I even had a 2-wheel drive 4Runner, and I still put the all-terrain tires on there just because I thought they looked cool. Now I know you said that's kind of a spendy tire.
Right, it's a Michelin byproduct, like off-product Michelin, and Uniroyal. They're all products of Michelin, so.
I can't believe Uniroyal's a product, because those are a value tire.
Yeah. I say everybody make a entry level, mid level, upgraded tire. Every manufacturer, they gotta fit every budget needs.
If it were you, Sean, your money, your car, your 4Runner, what'd you put on there?
Me personally, I probably would go with a Falcon or Toyo or something.
Yeah.
They actually made to compete with Michelin, so I wouldn't do the Michelin myself, not on this vehicle.
Just put the Michelin money, gets it out of there?
Yeah, it's pretty much.
I love 4Runners, but it's not a vehicle you want to spend $250 in tire on.
Not a tire, not a tire per tire.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would probably go with, if it were mine, just because I'm a guy, I like that kind of like off-road, like rugged look a little bit. It's a rugged vehicle. I'd go with that, what is the
Firestone Destination or something?
No. You've got them in your shop. It's the all-terrain. What was one of the brands you just said?
Falcon.
Yeah, the Falcon.
AT3.
Yeah, the Falcon.
All-terrain 3.
Or that Open Country one.
Toyo Open Country.
Oh, the Toyo Open Country. That one looks good.
They both great tires.
As long as it doesn't give me that like highway hum.
No, that's what you're trying to stay away from. That's what the BFG would actually lead up to. The BFG, after they wear, They will get a little highway hum, probably about 30,000 in or so.
Yeah.
When the tread blocks open up, and that's what actually gives you the humming noise. When the tread opens up, it's not as tight when you first buy the tire.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What about if you just wanted to do it as cheap as possible? You're getting rid of the vehicle in less than a year.
There's a lot of alternative manufacturers that's very cost-effective tire.
What about Kumho?
Kumo's pretty decent. I mean, they've progressed through the years, and it's considered a name brand tire.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know. Kumo. Yes, they do. They do actually have an all-terrain. Me myself, I actually have a set of Nexen all-terrains on my truck.
There we go.
Nexen is a pretty good company. It's a Korean-made company, but they offer roadside assistance and road hazard. It's a couple of different things they offer.
Yeah, it's a lot of options out there, and that, like we said, it's a pretty ambiguous question. So there are a lot of different ways you could go with it, Mickie. I don't know, a lot of good options. What, just set a budget and stay within that. Make sure it meets your needs.
That's it. A budget. Budget is key.
Yeah, it's easy to go over the budget in the automotive industry. Well, next question we got is from Vickie, right over here in Atlantic Beach. Looks like she drives a 2007 Chevrolet Cobalt with 130,000 miles on it. The transmission will act up sometimes. It will hop all around from gear to gear like it is making a way bigger jump than normal shifting. Sometimes it will only stay in second gear. Reverse and neutral work fine. It is an automatic. My boyfriend says that it will jump from first to third gear. Well, it sounds like your boyfriend knows what's going on. Maybe he should fix this thing.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What should I do? Is there something simple that I can do to diagnose how big a problem this might be? Holy moly alive, Vickie. Transmissions are complicated things. And it could be as simple as just a fluid level, or, you know, how would you even start to tackle this if this rolled into your shop?
If it was in my shop, me personally, I'd just put a scanner on it, see if it had any internal codes or faults from the transmission itself. Sometimes the transmission can actually have a light, and sometimes it runs through the check engine light. Every vehicle is different, so the first thing I would do was to scan it and to check the transmission fluid level.
You wouldn't drop the pan or get into there?
Not our first inspection. If the fluid is good, then we go another route, and like I said, that's the first thing we do is check the fluid. That has a lot to do with the transmission no matter what. Then if the fluid is good at the correct level, then yes, I'll go ahead and scan it and see if it has any malfunction codes.
Yeah.
And then if it has malfunction codes, you can have a shift solenoid, transmission control module. It could be numerous things. Then they say KISS, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
And then you just progress through that.
You're lucky if you can keep it simple on the transmission. But, oh man. Now, a while back, Sean, you said that sometimes it can even be damaging to the transmission to do like a drain and fill or change the fluid.
That's correct.
Why is that? Because I always thought like a clean, good fluid, it you know, hadn't been broken down much. You know, the transmissions get hot, heats the fluid up, it breaks them down a bit. Why would new fluid just...
That's true too.
Cause more...
But if you take old fluid out, say if the transmission is slipping, old fluid has that old worn clutch material, disc material, whatever material that's breaking down inside the transmission is still inside that fluid. So if you put new fluid, you drain it out, put new fluid in, it's new fluid. There's nothing to take that gap. So you're actually going to start slipping more.
Really?
Yes.
So it's like the
old fluid actually has more play. I mean, the worn material has more play. So the old material still have the debris in there, and it actually is a chance of it still catching. If you put new fluid and wash it, then you have new fluid, it's thinner, and you're gonna have more in play and everything on worn parts.
That's great, because I mean the transmission, especially in automatic, it's essentially two different things. There's the actual transmission, right? But then there's also the oh my goodness, the Oh, the fluid connection between the transmission and the engine. Slipped there for a second. What am I saying?
The
The torque converter.
Torque converter, right.
And isn't that just like basically a clutch pack?
It is.
And as those things spin, the friction,
the pressure of the fluid applies pressure to different ways. And but once again, the fluid is the most important part. So if you put new fluid and you drain all the old fluid out, all the material and sediment in there is not there to actually cause it to lock together. So you put new fluid in and it could cause it to slip more.
Man.
The transmission is the cleanest part on a vehicle. It's the most cleanest part. That's why you don't have to run detergents or none of that. It's the cleanest part on the vehicle, the transmission.
So what would you tell Vickie to do? Get it into a shop and don't drive on it too much?
Don't keep beating on it. Don't keep, yes, the damage could be already done. So the most important, just by knowledge or reassurance, get it in and get it inspected. If you still decide to drive it, that's on you, but at least you'll know what's going on with it.
All right. Well, best of luck with that one, Vickie. Transmissions are tricky. Who's next on the list?
We got Sean. Got another Sean in Atlantic Beach. 2012 Toyota Tacoma TRD two-wheel drive sport, black crew cab. My truck has an LSD. And I
really appreciate that he threw in the color of the truck.
Yeah.
People don't know this, but it really doesn't make a difference.
What is that and how or when to use it? I don't drive off-road. Well, Sean, it's not too much off-road you're going to do with a two-wheel drive, but a LSD is a limited slip differential. And with that being said, instead of some people have one wheel that propels the vehicle, that whole rear end, it's called limited slip. So once one wheel is slipping, the other wheel will try to catch up but take some of the slack out. So pretty much it's working already, and there's not too much you can do. If you don't do off-roading, that's a good thing. You won't get stuck.
And honestly, yeah, if you really don't know what this is, when to use it or not, it's a system that's already engaged. In fact, your truck has an ELSD, electronic limited slip differential, and it's just handled through the vehicle's ABS system and the traction control. So, if you spin up one wheel in the rain, what'd you call that? The one
wheel pill.
The system will automatically kick in. You may have already done that. Stop the spinning wheel. The one with power, will get more, or with grip, will get more of the power. You should still keep going straight. So yeah, that's what it is. Boy, has an LSD. If this were the 70s, that might mean something else, though.
Yeah, this is no drag truck. So
I like those. I think the electronic limited slips and traction control and terrain management, they've got a long way.
Long ways. Engineers is steady improving on vehicles. As we speak, they probably have technology for 20 years from now, but they don't never put it out time. They have to space it out when they bring it out.
Well, like one like this, the electronic limited slip, it's electronic, and usually it was like another part or it was something in the differential. Nowadays, you're not going to wear out your brakes or ABS system like you could another mechanical part. So it's kind of something you shouldn't even have to worry about ever. So, Sean, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
All right, next we've got David from Jacksonville, Florida. He's got a 2005 Ford Ranger single cab, two-wheel drive, 2.3 liter, 4-cylinder truck. Man, these things are everywhere.
Danger Ranger.
Danger Ranger. My truck runs good, and the but was spelled out in capital letters here. The driver's side front wheel will wobble and squeak a bit when the truck gets off camber at an angle on something. I drive to work sites often where the ground is not level. It seems fine, just normal driving and braking. What could it be? Should I even worry about it because it only happens sometimes? Well, first off, David, yes, you should worry about it. A wobble to the front end of your car. you know, I feel like you're just given like an indicator of like a bigger problem that might be brewing, and especially something that's controlling your steering, the amount of braking and everything those front wheels do. Yeah, you should worry about it. What's it sound like to you, Sean? Wheel bearing?
Since the butt was emphasized, I will worry about it as well.
Yeah.
The butt was emphasized. It could be wheel bearings, ball joints, numerous different things. Like I say, you jack up the front end, shake it up and down. Usually that's an indicator of a bad wheel bearing. Side to side, you can have front end parts, tie rods or what have you, being driving off-road. That seems like it takes a little abuse more than normal on-road use. You can have a lot of worn suspension parts. That's how I picture it. Just jack it up in the driveway, shake the wheel different ways, and see what moves. I mean, you're gonna have something with some flex. If it's wobbling, I mean, it's gonna have some play somewhere.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you know, you're lucky it's only doing it sometimes. But, you know, like Sean said, you know, try and fix it. And if not, take it to a good shop. They'll get it up on a rack. They'll probably be able to tell in no time. How expensive could a repair like this be?
The bearings on this type of vehicle, Ranger, has an in and out of bearing. So that could be tightened up if that's the cause. If that's loose, you can tighten those up pretty simple. Unless the race is gone. The race is what the bearing rides in. But the ball joint, you're probably looking at maybe $200 do-it-yourself cost. I mean, and then you have to get alignment as well, because the control arm is the ball joint.
Yeah.
The bearings should be pretty inexpensive, probably $50 or so.
Oh, that'd be great then.
Yeah.
You could get out pretty cheap, David, or it might be a little bit more expensive. At the end of the day, though, go see Sean for an alignment.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
After
if you fix it yourself, I gave you a good point, a good starting point. Come see me. The alignment's not easy to do yourself.
Oh man! All right. What's Andy?
So we got Andy here in Atlantic Beach. Got a 2016 Lexus NX200T. Our car requires premium gas. Am I hurting it or causing problems if I fill it up with regular? Why would I need premium fuel anyways? Why is it better?
A lot of whys. A lot of whys.
Well, yes, premium gas is designed from the manufacturer. The car is tuned, designed, and ultimately designed to run on premium gas. So by you putting a lower grade fuel, it can cause it to do a lot of funny stuff, weird stuff. It could clunk, sput, spitter, all that stuff, because it's not getting the right fuel level. Well, I say level.
I think it would take years to get to the point where it's doing that, or like right off the bat?
Right off the bat. Some cars do it, and some cars have to, the fuel, you have to drain the tank and fill it up with premium.
Really?
Or you can put an octane booster and hope it runs through fast enough.
Yeah.
The newer cars always have tighter tolerances, so it's designed for a certain fuel or oil or whatever. You want to run that in a newer car. It's not like the older car where you could say put 530 oil and okay, yeah, it's smoking it, let me put 1040. It's not designed. The newer cars always have tighter tolerances. It's designed for something, that's what it wants, that's what it really needs. So by you putting a lower octane fuel, it burn, it could knock, it could do a couple different things, and it could actually cause damage to the vehicle.
I feel like it's compounded too in this one, because that NX of yours, it's a nice car. It's got that little 2-liter turbocharged car. The turbocharged engines, I mean,
It's precise, it's accurate.
they run a little hot. I need that higher octane. And you've got yourself a nice car, a Lexus. You spent the extra money for that. Don't cut yourself short at the end of the day. You know, just saving a couple cents, you know, per gallon. Give the car what it was designed for. And why is it better? Because it was meant to run that. Yeah.
A lot of people say the higher octane fuel, it take more for it to burn, so it will last longer. Like
it'll burn longer than
It takes more for it to burn. So I know it's crazy, but I also have a Dodge pickup, and
that is crazy that you have a Dodge pickup.
Yeah, I know.
I thought you were a Chevy guy.
I am. I'm full Chevy. That's why you never see it. That's why you never see it. But the Dodge, it calls for regular gas or whatever. But if I actually put premium in there, the fuel lasts a lot longer.
Really, you get better miles per gallon.
I get a lot better. It does.
Hey man, so there is a tangible difference. Run the premium. All right, next, what do we have here?
Who's that?
Zach from Lake City, just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Jacksonville. I am looking to buy a 2019 Ford F-150 XLT, crew cab, four-wheel drive. I am torn between the 5-liter V8 and the 3.5-liter EcoBoost. Man, you, Zach, and everybody else, I get this question a lot at the dealership. I will do some moderate towing a few times a month and never exceed 8,000 pounds. That's a lot of weight. What motor would you guys pick? I like the idea of saving money with the V8 because it's a cheaper option, but like the idea of saving money with better miles per gallon that the 3.5-liter EcoBoost promises. That's a tough question. If you are going to be doing some towing, I like the standard old school V8. Really, I've heard those lower displacement turbocharged engines, they really do have to work tremendously hard when towing, and really the fuel consumption either ends up being the same or even worse than the V8, that it might not be taxed as much by that big load. I know both of those engines would be mated if that's a 2019 to that 10-speed automatic that Ford's been putting out in a lot of their vehicles. I've heard though that the internet boards and people and real world consumption, that the 3.5-liter EcoBoost and the V8 on the mile per gallon side, just in normal city driving, are almost identical. Maybe the 5-liter would be like a mile per gallon less. I would go for the 5-liter V8. It's simpler engine. I think, reliability wise, I know the first generation EcoBoost ran into some trouble. Do you see many of those come through the shop?
I do. Not really mechanical issues. I mean, actually they're holding up. But once again, change is good. You have to roll with the change in technology. Me personally, I would go with the EcoBoost. To me, it's designed different. I mean, yes, it's not the first generation, so that's always a plus.
The kinks worked out, yeah.
Once they get all the design flaws fixed, then they usually last. They pretty put together. I like the EcoBoost. I mean, they give you a little bit of both worlds, fuel economy, and then when the turbos, they give you a little bit of V8 power as well.
It gives you more than V8 power.
Yes.
Those things,
yeah.
It's a rocket.
I like them. Granted, it's a Ford. I still like it. But the EcoBoost, I haven't seen them real mechanically damaged or inclined or nothing like that.
So if it's your hard-earned money, you're already throwing down the $44,000 for this new truck. Do you spend the extra $1,500 for the EcoBoost?
I would.
You would?
Well, I think it'd hold up better.
I guess I'm just old school. I'd stay with the 5.0. Well, thanks, Zach. It's a tough decision, but I mean, you're a lucky guy if you get to make that one on a new truck.
You're not going to be towing all the time, so if you're a constant tow, then yes, I would say we'll put an extra strain on the turbos. But twice a month, a couple times a month, 8,000 pounds, it'll probably make them work, flex the muscle, keep them in shape.
The 3.5 EcoBoost is a fast truck. It's a muscle truck. There's no denying that. Fun to drive for sure. Yeah. That would be the only thing that would sway me.
Yeah. So normal driving the EcoBoost gets you better gas miles. Think it's
allegedly.
Yeah. I don't drive one every day, so I couldn't verify that. So,
man,
I just think it's a pretty decent. The frame built on the same frame, so it'll just be the engine.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think this will wrap up, the first Cars and Such. Again, if you have any questions that you want us to answer in future episodes, please leave them in the comments below. Absolutely. If you appreciate the video and what we, answers we gave, give us a thumbs up, give us a follow. We really appreciate that. And until next time, I'm Hunter.
I'm Sean. Like and subscribe.
Yes, please. Like and subscribe.